Welcome to another episode of the Social Distancing Social Club. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Steve Hofstetter, and that was our first animated intro. We hope that it went well. We don't know. This is new technology. We're learning as we go. But the point is, we're happy that you're here. We got all kinds of audience joining us live on screen. If you want to be one of those folks, you can get a ticket at laughfromhome.com. As always, if you want to tip the comedians, we very much encourage you to do it. That is how they get paid. Our Venmo is in the top right of the screen. Also, you can PayPal us. That is at laughfromhome.com, or you can super chat if you're watching on YouTube. We have this streaming on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, in a bunch of places. And that said, I think I've spoken enough for the streams to have caught up with us. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time to introduce one of the other members of the quarantine, your host that you know from Chelsea Lately, regular on Chelsea Lately for many years, also the host of Idiot Test on Netflix. Please welcome Mr. Ben Gleib, everybody. Ben Gleib.
Thank you very much, Steve. Hello, Isolation Nation. Thank you for being with us. I'm hearing a feedback loop of Steve introducing me again, and I enjoy it. I'll hear my credits all day. No problem with me. It's great to have you guys with us. We have great comedians today. We have a great celebrity guest who I will introduce in a moment. We have some great people performing for us, but I would be remiss if I didn't first introduce our third host, the third leg of the intrepid tripod that is the quarantine, as somebody loudly opens candy wrappers in front of their microphone. Please welcome Bowers.
What's up, everyone? Is it real yet? There's a moment we stop drinking for fun and start drinking because we're sad. I still think we have 2 weeks till that happens, personally. So I'm still drinking for fun, but we'll see when it switches. Anyway, welcome to the show. We've got two amazing comics doing stand-up today. I'm going to introduce those right now. First, we have Kristen Key. Give Kristen Key a big hand. Say hello, Kristen.
Woo, everybody. Happy to be here. Hello.
Woo. And then we also have Johnny Beehner. Say hi, Johnny. Give him a big hand.
Hello, everybody. Woo. This is still very weird for me.
Welcome to the new normal, guys. So, Ben, are you going to introduce our special guest? Wait, before we do, just really quickly, first, we want to shout out to the audience real quick. So we've got a bunch of people in the front row here with us. We've got Carrie C, Hayden Lemaster, who has actually been doing all the graphics for the show. We're happy to have Hayden join us today. We've got Chrissy. We've got To the Rescue is back. And then I think we had a couple that came in and kind of left, so they're figuring out their tech. And also, I just have one quick question for Bowers. Did you use the rest of the wrapping paper roll for something, or just for the jacket?
This is the coat that started it all. I saw this coat in Indianapolis. They didn't have it. I found it online at a store in Atlanta, and me and Chrissy drove to Atlanta to buy this coat, and that's where I found the blue sparkly one that changed my whole life. So this is kind of an OG coat. But yeah, I think in a former life it was like a couch during the Civil War or something.
90% sure you'll be buried in it.
I love
Ben,
that.
take it away.
Thank you. I love so much that Bowers just used the phrase, "This is the jacket that started it all." He's the lead of some nationwide movement or something. I'm very excited now to introduce a dear friend of mine. Everybody loves her. She's one of the most loved, biggest comics in the country right now. You know her show, Not Safe, that was on Comedy Central. You might be listening to her Sirius satellite radio show, You Up, with Nikki Glaser. I'm on it all the time. It's a real blast to do. All the time. I basically am Nikki Glaser on the show.
I love you on the show.
Thank you very much. And Nikki also has Netflix specials all over the place. She has a brand new one that just dropped. Please check them out. And please welcome to the Social Distancing Social Club, Nikki Glaser.
Wow.
Welcome.
It's good to be here. It's thanks for having me. I love that you're doing this. It's another chance for me to get attention during this time where I'm not getting enough, and so I jump in. It's yeah. Am I supposed to keep talking?
Yeah. No, you can stop whenever.
I was supposed to give a speech.
Did you not prepare your speech?
How has your quarantine been so far? I know you have a unique situation. You flew home to St. Louis and you're with your parents.
I am with my parents in St. Louis, and they are, I live in my childhood bedroom. I'm in my dad's home office. I broadcast from here every day, so I've been staying busy, but there was never a situation where this could happen, where I had reached a level of success where I would never have to move back in with my parents. Like, because I'm not Asian, and in their cultures, it makes it like they do that. Like, that's like what you do, even if you get rich and successful. But I never thought I'd have to live with them again. It's going well because I have good boundaries. But they today just discovered that I've been talking about them on my radio show. So it's a little tense at Nikki Glaser tonight. My mom is tired of me telling people never hugged me as a child, and she's like, people love you, and I go, well, who cares what other people think? How do you feel about the fact that I say you didn't love me? Is that doing anything? That's the tense situation I'm living in right now. But I also
might be another way to get a glimpse into your mental state by the tweet you put up, I think just a couple of hours ago, that said, should I learn a TikTok dance with my dad or murder suicide?
Yeah, should I just like kill him and me for us? I'm so tired of watching happy families doing that. I'm envious. I have obviously watched a lot of them to even know those dance moves, but I hate TikTok. I love TikTok. I'm fascinated by it. And it's a struggle not to make content with my family, because like that's all we have right now is the people we're with. Like, we have to make content with our roommates or by ourselves, and I'm using my family as much as I can, but like filming them at weird times. It's like I'm filming a reality show here. It's pretty uncomfortable. And I cannot do this in the next pandemic. The next pandemic, I must have a husband. Like there's no, I realize now, like, do you guys think about that? Like, for the next one, I want to be ready. Like, I know that I want a husband, and I know that I want millions of dollars. I think I just want to marry a rich man, because I want a bunker for the next one.
Well, I love that you've taken prepper to the next level. A lot of people think water, guns. You think got a husband up. That's your main plan.
Yeah, because I don't know how to get guns and water and food supplies, and like, I don't know how to do all that shit. I don't know how to work a crank radio. I don't know how to meet a man.
Crank it.
So I'm truly looking for a man that it has a bunker like ready to go, because I think that's the next thing. And I thought I wanted kids before, and I'm like, now you have to like know how to teach if you're a mom. I don't know. I didn't think that was going to be part of it.
Actually,
nothing makes sense anymore.
If anybody has
other
any
way
insight,
in that,
go ahead, Steve.
Well, I feel like if I hadn't been divorced yet, I'd be divorced now. Like, I know that you're saying that like you want a husband for the apocalypse, but like I hear that. Yeah, that's just a pressure cooker right there.
Okay, I want a boyfriend. I want a guy that I can whenever I want and get my own place, and we don't have anything that like is like keeping us together except our love. But I just don't want. My parents aren't going to be around forever. I think being alone during quarantine is worse than being with someone you hate. Even maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say that.
Probably true.
I will say I feel bad for all the players that were players for 1 week too long. You know, like they had the opportunity to be with any number of people, and then they waited 1 week too fucking long, and now they're in their apartment by themselves, jerking off.
Dude, Chris, you're preaching. Like, you're saying exactly what I think is going to happen, because I tend to go for guys that are very non-committal. They don't want to get into a relationship, and I think that after this, they're going to have. And I'm the same way too. I'm fucking terrified of commitment, but I'm realizing that like there's more important things than doing stand-up comedy every night, because actually there is a world in which stand-up comedy doesn't exist anymore. So like, you better. I never thought that could happen. And now I'm like, well, fuck, what do I fill my time with? And it has to be like an intimate connection with a person. Ugh.
Might I recommend if you're looking for something to do, TikToks? Could.
I know.
At the same time,
I'm this close to doing it. I'm this close.
first of all, I've literally been on TikTok for the last week. Not to brag, I do have 36 followers already.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty exciting. And also, I thought Bowers was going to go a different way with that. To the people that were a player 1 week too long and are now living with a random hookup. Horrible.
The idea of someone like there are people out there who were like, oh, let me fly in for the weekend, let's hang out for the weekend.
Oh,
and then their
right.
state was just like, now you can't leave. Like, that's absolutely got to have happened.
Yeah, well, I will say
Like-
that to go the opposite way, though, what I'm liking about this is I've been doing Zoom stuff every night now with different friends and different people. And I'm reaching out to people I haven't talked to in a while that I really care about instead of just doing shots next to the person who happened to be standing next to me at a fucking bar. Like, I actually feel like I'm becoming more connected to people I care about, and I don't know as many random people. But maybe that's just me.
But Bowers, does any part of you feel like it's a little insulting that your friends have only wanted to hang with you now that they don't have to physically be near you?
That's
Well, I'm saying this is the break I've been waiting for, Ben. This is the greatest thing that ever happened to me. You could be
Love it.
my friend without me being around you. It'd be great.
Bowers is an emotional pandemic profiteer.
Has your mom handling this quarantine? Because I did see her flipping out at a radio station programming director on your Instagram the other day.
That's just who she is. That is that's classic mom. Like, we just were driving in St. Louis and there's a radio station playing goddamn Christmas music. and it makes you feel crazy as someone who, like, I don't know, this is already such a weird state to be in. And like, nothing makes sense. Why would a station play Christmas music over and over and not address it like, hey, it's wacky March? Like, but they just were playing it to be like, it's joyous. And I'm like, well, first of all, it's only joyous to like white people. So, it's very like just appealing to Christians. Like, it's just weird to do this. And Christmas wasn't that long ago. This isn't like Christmas in July. Ha ha ha. It's so funny. It's so hot outside. It's like, it was too recent. And so my mom called the station and she was like, this isn't cute. Stop doing it. You're annoying. She left it. She didn't get into the station, but she left a very a scathing email for their program director that was making me laugh so hard. But that's just who she is. And it's really like, if you watch, it's on my Instagram story. If you watch it, it's like, it's very inspiring. I'm like, I need to be more like that in my life. I'm always just like apologizing for existing, I feel like.
She also started cursing after reprimanding you for cursing moments earlier.
Yes, my dad doesn't like my mom and I to curse. And so my dad was like actually pretty pissed about that video because he was like, you guys sound like hillbillies. And we were like, we are, Dad. Around St. Louis.
Nikki, when you say it's a weird state to be in, do you mean the confusion from the pandemic? Do you mean like the depression people have, or do you mean Missouri?
It's all of it. But yeah, I just never thought I'd live here again. And what do you think? Like, do you think it's going to go back to normal, or do you think you've realized during this that you don't need to go out as much? Is there that feeling too? Like, will we go back and go out more, or will we kind of find a little bit of this? Like, what do you guys think?
I really think it's going to be
society. I think society's bouncing, unfortunately, right back to how it was, because we're all so cooped up. Day one quarantine ends. It's going to be traffic jams more than ever. It's going to be crazy lines everywhere, and we're going to be back into every old habit. I'm really bummed about it, even mostly for an environmental standpoint. It's like, this is our chance to make some change in our lifestyle, but there's no plan even to get people tests for coronavirus. So I don't think there's any plan at all for like, how can we implement some societal change? I wish there was.
Yeah, you're so right. God damn it, you would have been a good president.
I
definitely would have. Have you recovered from that time in your life yet, Ben?
Well, not to make it woe is me during a global pandemic, but I haven't really recovered because I took basically a year off of my comedy career to pursue something very intense and crazy. And right when I was trying to get my normal life back and start gigging for basically and auditioning, take meetings for the first time in a year, everything in the world shut down. And so I'm going to be like forever long. This is that plus 8 months out of being in my normal life.
The joy, though, is that you're going to pick it back up right when you start again. It is, I know what you mean. Like quitting stand-up for a year, I don't know that I could do it if everyone else was still doing it. I'm not really suffering right now in terms of like, oh, I got to get on stage, because I'm like, no one can get good right now. So we're all kind of stalled. And so I don't feel, unless like, except the comedians performing tonight, they are actually getting in a set and they're going to be better for it because of it.
Yes.
But the compulsion to do stand up every night, I'm okay not doing it for whatever reason, because I think my compulsion is like based on competition at this point, is just to stay good because I want to keep what I have. But like, I'm finding other outlets for my creativity. Are you?
Yeah, I'm finding some outlets. I've been really diving deep into, I know well, this for sure, 5 days a week, except, every day except Mondays, Thursdays. Weirdest 2 days off.
Yeah.
But also,
what does it matter? That's like perfect for right now.
Yeah, it does not
the
matter
new weekend.
at all. And I felt, because I've been gone for so long, I felt really excited and honored to be able to be part of Laugh Aid that I know you're in this Saturday.
Oh, I dropped out.
Did you really? Why?
I'm here to announce that I have pulled the plug on my
That's the most coronavirus announcement of all time. Like now we get on the TV.
By the way, Nikki, are there any other projects we should anti-plug for you?
I know.
Did you drop out?
I can't believe I'm even here. I keep saying yes to things and then going like, why am I doing that? I'm doing this because it's like socializing. It's me working a muscle of like being entertaining. But Laugh Aid, Ben, what are you going to do when they just cut to you and you're like alone in your dad's office in St. Louis? I know that I'm projecting a little bit, but like, what? I could do stand-up and in a normal thing, I do stand-up and like, boom, I have a talent. Here, I don't want to learn a song or learn a dance, like, or a monologue, or I don't have a bit. I don't have anything.
Well,
Nikki, actually, Ben is just going to be singing Imagine.
That's what I should have done, Steve.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You can Steve. Call them. You still can.
That is so funny. Imagine. Oh my God. That's actually a great idea.
I actually have an Imagine gag already in my Laugh Aid video, but whatever, Nikki.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't do it.
Also, here's my thought to it. So here's my thought on it. First of all, some people are just like doing a cooking thing in their kitchen. Some people are doing a mini version on their podcast. You and your parents just having a conversation for 3 minutes and saying, everybody, hopefully you're at least not stuck with your parents right now, would be hilarious and would be adorable.
Yeah, but it also could just be, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to think of a bit.
Well, so and after those 3 minutes, she still has to live with them.
That's
it's wonderful entertainment for the rest of us, but like,
and there's so much, honestly, Ben, it's not even the 3 minutes or the 5 minutes. It is the preparation. If I were to do that, because that was definitely a thought of mine, is involve my parents, the preparation to get to that point of my mom, like needing to look a certain way and the kitchen needing to be lit. It's like, it would turn into a day of fighting. And I'm just like, I can't handle that right now.
They told me that I could pre-tape mine. So I've not been sleeping much for the last 24 hours. I'm doing like a very elaborate edited piece that's going to be really awesome. I have a celebrity guest cameo at the beginning of my thing. And then I'm basically going to be taking people through my de-evolution and descent into madness. And there might even be a Tiger King kind of appearance thing with a special effect shot.
Amazing.
And so I'm throwing it on the table. If you want to make a cameo in my thing, I did see this on your Instagram. This is Nikki Glaser's favorite character from
I love that guy.
Tiger King. And then this is
That's
Nikki
me.
Glaser.
Yes. Me and my dad did it. It was a group effort. It was David Spade's idea, and then I executed it because I was like, my dad had all that stuff. And I just like, yeah, I felt like that dude. I love that dude so much.
He's pretty dope. So in my bit, I'll reveal this one joke is that I'm going crazy and I'm not sure if I'm imagining it or if it's real that Joe Exotic showed up at my door on day 1 of quarantine with his tiger and is now living in my house.
How would you even do that?
I have a special effects shot. I've already got it rendering and worked on, and it's going to look incredible. So,
see,
by the way,
there
Ben,
are
you're
pluses to the fact that you're not president.
that's
We're getting
funny again.
special effects of tigers in videos. Well, that'll be awesome to see.
I would rather see it at the State of the Union, personally. But,
Yeah, that's a
if
good
you got to do it for Laugh Aid,
By the way,
I would have brought a tiger to the White House.
if anyone I know has a tiger guy, it would be Ben Gleib. I can imagine that.
Oh my God, you're so
it's a
right.
special effect. No, you have a tiger guy.
Yeah.
I've actually found a wonderful creative outlet, and I'm just sewing Bauer's new jackets. So they're actually made out of tour shirts I can't sell anymore. So
Yeah.
Oh, what I've always wanted to do, honestly, if I ever had money, I would like to go tour antique stores and like find old couches and drapes and then have them make them into tuxedo jackets. That's been one of my goals forever. So we'll see.
Is that true?
Money, yeah, I think it'd be awesome.
Oh.
you're seeing him wear that, and you have to ask if that's true. He's been eyeing that tapestry behind you this entire show.
Oh, dude.
Are we ready?
It
Are we
wouldn't
ready to
fit
introduce
you.
our first comic?
Yes, we are.
Quickly do our game.
Oh, wait. We gotta do our
Yes,
game.
yes.
We gotta do our game.
I was gonna do the game. And then I'll introduce our first comic. So the game today, the $5 game, if you don't know, throw in $5 in Super Chat or the Venmo, and you can be in the contest, which is to win all 12 of the albums from the hosts of the show, Ben, myself, and Steve. Today's $5 game is, what is your shortest date? What was the shortest date you ever had?
And tell us why.
Tell us why it was so short.
5'5". No, I would never go that short.
Yes.
Wait, are you asking me this, by the way?
No.
This is for the crowd. This is for our audience. So they throw in
feel free
$5
to
for a guest. But you can tell a story, an actual story.
Yeah, feel free to kick it off and inspire us if you have
I mean, I'm trying to think of the shortest date. Oh, I went on a terrible one, and this was a Raya date, and the guy, we just met. I went to his apartment to like smoke weed, like we were just gonna hang out. It was during the day, and I didn't know that maybe he thought that was like me going to fuck him. Like if you go to their place, that means you're gonna fuck them or something. But people were like, that's maybe why this happened. But I went to his apartment and we just like hung out by his pool and we were having a great time. And then all of a sudden his roommates came home. No, he got a call and he was like, oh my God, I got to take this. And it was like an emergency. And I was like, oh, that's kind of not a good sign. And then all of his roommates came home at the same time and none of them talked to me. They were all talking to him, but like acted like I didn't exist. And one of them put on a Maroon 5 song and was like blasting it and all these people showed up. It was like improv everywhere mob showed up and then and didn't acknowledge that I existed. I was just like a girl like being like, and then the guy was on the phone like, okay, well, tell the agents that I can't even deal with it. It was like fake Hollywood like drama.
Oh, God.
Like, wait a second. Am I being like, did he get a fake call? And so then I was texting my friends, like, how long do you stay at a guy's place when he's taking a call and all of his roommates are running around on FaceTime and hanging and blasting Maroon 5 and acting like you're a ghost? And they were like, you should probably go. And so I went up to him. He had gotten me an Uber there. And then I walked up to him and I was like, I'm going to leave. And he was like, okay. And I was like, oh God. And so I had to call an Uber for myself and go wait outside. And yeah, like a guy.
Wow.
And so I left and then he wanted to hang out the next day. And I was like, you faked an emergency to get out of it. And he was like, no, it was real. And I was like, I don't believe you. So then we kept hanging, we kept talking. And eventually I was like, I go, listen, you seem like a great guy, but I'll never get over the fact that your roommates like acted like I didn't exist. So I can't ever see you. And he just was like, LOL, fine. And that was it.
By the way, can I just point out a
Wow.
key phrase in that? The key phrase in that story to me was all of his roommates.
Yeah.
All.
Oh yeah.
You're doing well enough that you don't ever need to go out with a guy that has a roommate.
Yeah, it was a really nice house that he owned, but he just lived with all of his friends, and it was just so weird. But like, I usually, I don't know, I don't go on a lot of dates.
Is that what he told you, or is that what happened?
That's what he told me. I believed it.
There's a fine line between roommates and entourage. But
yeah, that's a good point.
More like roommates. Are we ready for our comic? That's a great story. We ready for our comic?
Yes.
All right. So our first comic today, super great. You saw her on NBC's Bring the Funny. She has an album coming out April 7th called Keeper of Feelings. Here for my good friend Kristen Key. Everybody give Kristen a big hand.
Hello, it's so good to be here, and welcome to my home. This is great. I'm quarantined right now with my wife, which is not as much fun as we thought it was going to be. I was the comedian on the Grand Princess cruise ship, so I've been quarantining before it was cool. And I got out of quarantine, and we were really excited to see each other. We were like, this is going to be so romantic. Oh my God. Like we hadn't seen each other in 14 days. So I was like, oh my God, it's going to be so romantic. It'll be just like a vacation. And then day 2, we were like, no, let's do social distancing. I'm upstairs, she's downstairs. Like day 5, we're both wearing masks because we can't look at each other anymore. And that's not like a vacation. Like couples vacations are my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Like I love them because on a couples vacation, the hardest thing you have to do all day long is figure out, should we eat again? You know, just like, oh, let's just get something small by the pool. Like I know we just ate, but I'm snacky. Let's just get a whole pizza. When you're home in quarantine, like I'm rationing my wife's almond milk right now. I was like, what are you doing? Are you like do all your cereals need milk on them? You don't like, what is it, your birthday? Like, we slept in separate beds last night over the last mini Snickers. Fun size my ass, you know? I wish this was like a couple's vacation because I feel like when you take a couple's trip with your boo, you get like irrationally in love with each other and you turn into different people. You're like, you say stuff that you would never say at home. You say stuff like, oh my God, if you wake up before me, wake me up. I don't want to miss the sunrise without you. That doesn't happen at home. You don't say that shit at home. You're just like, if you wake up before me and you wake me up, I'll fucking kill you. I will murder you. The census year. I will just tell them you were never here. People went into this quarantine. Only one's coming out. Be a dateline. Yeah, you wake up before me. You just lay there and don't move. You just lay there and don't just because what are our sheets made out of? Dorito bags? God. And don't even try to take a drink of water. Wakes me up at night. It's hurting my feelings because I'm an early riser. I get up early and I always try to be so quiet. I'm all like, you just keep sleeping. You keep sleeping. I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to make breakfast, maybe pancakes, but you just keep sleeping. Maybe I'll call my mom or maybe I'll check my email, but you just keep sleeping. She's like, fucking go. No pancakes for you then. I was romantic when I came into this. I'm a romantic person, or used to be. You know, like when I would see couples, I would always make up their love stories in my head, or like I would ask them. And now I'm trapped in this house, like, and I don't have anybody's love story to make up. It's just me in the house with a bunch of paper products. And so I was walking around my paper product house and saw the Brawny Man. And I was like, well, I wonder what his love story would be. So I think I got it. The Brawny Man, well, he couldn't find love. Well, the Brawny Man was looking for love, soft, strong, and dependable to have and hold. But when it came to men, this paper towel man just wasn't on a roll. There's going to be a lot of paper towel references. Bounty of booty had come and gone, but his housework had been more important. And when he was willing to let his heart spill, none of them had been super absorbent. Well, he hated the idea of dating online, but he had to try once more. His profile picture was his spotless kitchen with his naked butt print on the floor. He said, I'm a neat freak in the sheets. My name's Bronny and I keep my house tidy. I wear a lot of flannel. I'm a lot of man to handle, and the smell of bleach excites me. And I'm looking for a man whose hands fit my rubber gloves, who cleans like a French maid, but tougher. My heart will skip a beat when he sweeps me off my feet. I need a quicker picker-upper. Well, the very next day he got a message saying, oh, I think that we should meet. I like to stay in Swiffer and order in dinner. Here's a little bit about me. I wear plain white t-shirts. My head is clean shaved and my kitchen floor is pristine. And your picture was hot, but you missed a spot in my name's Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Thank you guys so much. My name's Kristen Key. Enjoy the show.
Key, everybody. Kristen Key.
Yes.
Nicely done. The tip jar is open, everybody. If you enjoyed Kristen, throw her a couple bucks.
Money, please.
Yes, absolutely. Especially because she went through being quarantined on a cruise ship, as we talked about in a previous episode. Cruise ships suck for comics when you're not quarantined. Mm-hmm. So if you want to throw in if you want to throw in a couple of bucks, Venmo at the top right of the screen. You could PayPal at laughfromhome.com, and also you could super chat. As those are coming in for Kristen, I'm going to read off a couple of the donations we've had already. So these came in earlier in the show. Jane Stewart tosses a Venmo $50 and says it's payday. Because of medical training, I haven't been to a comedy club in over 9 years. Thank you for bringing one into my house. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate you so much. We appreciate you, Jane. You've been a supporter of the show. You've been wonderful, and thanks for keeping doing that. And also, sorry about that. Skipped one. Dana Danghart, our favorite Z Bunster, who has been supporting the show more than anyone else. Apparently, technology has prevented Z from joining right now. Can't access the YouTube comments, but still threw in $40 for the show. So thank you very much, Z. The Bunst, we appreciate that. And Ali Bihana threw in $25 as Meeting of Comedic Minds on Facebook Live. Hilarious. Thank you so much to everybody who is supporting the show. And we see some more coming in a little bit. Queen Rachel in the super chats. What do we got?
Hey, yeah. Hey, everybody. So we've got Blitz had made a comment. He said, what? Kristen cracks me up. I first saw her when she was on Dry Bar. She's great.
Nice.
And then we had Jennifer Kofid, a regular, had donated a couple bucks for Kristen.
What?
And
this is great. Let's do this every day.
Rebel gave $5 and said, Mr. Clean, fuck the world. Had Jeremy Day give $5 and said, brilliant. Oh, that's a good idea.
I want to elect Mr. Clean for president. He's the guy we need right now.
Yeah.
We also had Jeremy Day give $5 and said, brilliant and hilarious, Kristen. Nixon Addict gave $5 and said $5 for Kristen. They're just coming in constantly.
Oh my God. All I had to do for work today was show up here, stand here, and wear my fishnet and galoshes. This is such a good day.
Considering doing this, once we can tour again, I want to do this at live shows. Just after the show, be like, hey, anyone want to throw in a couple of bucks? If you, if you had fun, you want to...
So, Kristen, I love that even while you're home, you're drinking out of a post-apocalyptic water bottle as though you're on the road and have to move. Look at you.
You never know.
It's either that or she has to go downstairs and refill it and talk to her wife. So she's like,
that's one of the ones I'm not allowed to have that. I'm not allowed to have that one by the bed at night. She's like, that one's not allowed. It goes.
Nikki, I have a question.
A mug with a silencer.
Nikki, have you ever been attracted to a paper towel or a cleaning product spokesman character or any sort of fictional character?
Any fictional character? I don't know. Definitely not Brawny Man. Like, he was always kind of intimidating, and I like hated that he was supposed to be like turning women on all the time and like stopping up the damage he had done. Kind of like grossed me out. But
stopping up the damage.
Arms guys, you're more your feet, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've ever been turned on by like a cartoon character. What about you, Ben? Clearly you have one on the tip of your tongue. Like what?
I mean, definitely for cartoon character, definitely Betty Rubble. I mean, I've never been more jealous
Betty Rubble
of any cartoon character than Barney Rubble. Very lucky man.
Ben's just sitting there being like, why did she stay with him? He's so stupid. Come on, go for me.
I mean, I wouldn't have turned down a threesome with Betty and Wilma. Not against it.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I was a big Jessica Rabbit fan. Jessica Rabbit was pretty.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, yeah, she was like
type.
pretty hot, and like.
Also, I would have probably fucked Roger Rabbit.
Well, sure. just for the story. Jesus.
Well, yeah.
I'd like to see I'd love to see a dick go auga. That'd be fun.
What are you gonna say, Nikki?
I wanted to ask Kristen about being on this cruise. I know she probably covered it on another episode, but like how long were you quarantined on a cruise ship?
So I was on the cruise ship quarantined. Like I was total on the cruise ship, like 20 days, but quarantined 6 of them. And then I did an Air Force base it's a gig. And then I did this Air Force base.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No.
Audiences were great.
Gigging afterwards, and then you had to be
there
on
were
an Air Force.
smilers. You couldn't see from the mask, but they seemed like they were having a good time. I was 14 days on the Air Force base, so a total of like 21 days in actual lockdown quarantine. And so now that like coming home, I was all like, all right, I'm coming home for freedom. And then my wife was like, no, we're on total lockdown. I was like, son of a bitch.
Oh my God. Did you have friends on the ship? What did you do all day? And at the Air Force base, what did you do? Were you just in a isolated place? Like in a room?
Actually, I like being by myself. So it took some getting used to having someone around because like I could have care packages. And so people sent me puzzles and like I learned to do a Rubik's Cube in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah. And
then you're like, fuck, 12 more days.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I was like, okay, 10 more. Here we go.
So you would do well in prison.
I would do actually a retirement home. I would do terrible in prison because the minute someone was mean to me, I'd cry.
Oh, right. That would happen pretty fast. Yeah, a retirement home, you'll do
I'm
great.
Ready. I'm ready.
Okay. I know.
But if we could find you a polite prison.
Oh my God. If you could be like you bump into someone, be like, oh my God, like a Canadian prison.
Yes. Do they even have prisons?
Would kill in a Canadian prison. Like, sorry. Cut your lunch.
But also maybe during quarantine time, a retirement home, not the ideal location.
Yeah.
Oh, probably not. Yeah, probably.
Well,
Chutes
I
and ladders.
pretty soon you'd be by yourself again.
Oh,
So there's that.
I wasn't sure if my joke was too insensitive, and then you really took it to the next level.
I wanted to make sure that you didn't feel bad about your joke, Ben.
I'm just going to go room to room and take everybody's puzzles. Okay, you're not going to be needing that.
A couple more that came in, by the way. Ellen Shaw threw in $2 to Kristen, said had my Bic lighter out during that one. And then another $8 for Kristen.
Ooh, that makes 10.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then Ellen also says, I texted Steve to 484848 like 4 days ago and feel slightly cheated. Yeah, as it turns out, I have no tour dates to announce on text, but thanks, guys. But when that starts up again,
Just like,
boy, oh boy, am I texting all of you.
Text them when you go to the garage or you go out to your car for something, you know? Just let them know when you're on the move.
Hey, guys, I'm real nervous. I'm getting the mail. And try not to touch the box. I'm just going to open it with the key very carefully.
This is my first time doing mailboxes, and I really need you there, guys.
Yeah. Rachel, do we have any coming in?
Yeah, we sure did. We had Razor give $5 and said, too funny, Kristen. This $5 would have been for Nikki, but she pronounced Missouri wrong.
Oh, shit.
Deserve that.
I was born in Missouri, and I'll take Nikki's $5 any day.
Yes, you deserve it.
We
It's a
had
foot long sub.
we had Joshua Hickey give $5. It said, for Kristen from Josh and Chase. We first got to meet her at the Looney Bin in Little Rock. We love her.
Oh, thanks, guys. I love the loony bins. Thanks, guys.
We had Teely White make a comment. She said, can you tell Kristen I have a straight girl crush on her? She's smart, funny, and cute.
Oh my God, I don't know what to do with that, but thank you. I'm thinking about cleaning products right now.
Yeah.
And Steve, we had quite a few general come in before the stand-up set, if you want to get to any of those.
Yeah, we could read a couple of the general ones. I have some of those too.
Okay, cool. So we had Phil Landsberg give $10 and said, Steve, love your comedy. Nikki, you're the best part of the Comedy Central roast. Thank you all for keeping us somewhat sane.
And by the way, I very much agree with that part on the roast. Nikki,
Absolutely.
you are fucking fire on those. It's fantastic to watch.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. It's
So funny. Did
Nikki, I have a
you and
question.
Blake Griffin have any sexual tension backstage?
We had it on stage a little bit, and then he texted me or he DM'd me like a few weeks after, because it was after it aired and everyone was like, Blake, you should fuck Nikki. And he DM'd me like, the people have spoken. You're right. We really should do this. And so we just have never been. He was like, I'll hit you up when I come to New York. And I guess he just hasn't been to New York since October.
I thought you were going to be like, and then I went over there, but all his roommates came home. So
Yeah. I wish.
The whole team.
Yeah, that's what I fantasize about. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That's the porn I watch.
I've got a couple. I've got a couple general ones in here too.
He's heating up.
Yeah. So, Honey Lewis.
That power.
Threw in $10 on PayPal. Much appreciated, Sonny. Rachel, what else you got?
So I've got Becky Lynn gave $25 and said, Ben, I still want you as president. Steve, let's go Mets, do good things.
Thank you much.
Thank you so very much. I'm not going to be president because we dropped out. But at this point, I'm severely regretting that, considering the only people left are very elderly and there's a virus spreading through the country. So to reactivate the campaign, but hopefully everybody remains healthy and we're good.
Yeah, Ben, did you suspend or did you? So if you just suspended, you can run again at any point, right?
So here's the thing: we suspended because there was a lot of paperwork to figure out for a while, and then the quarantine happened, and we forgot that we hadn't officially ended it, and then we officially turned in the ending paperwork like 5 days ago, and like the next day, I saw Biden say something crazy again, and then Trump, and I'm like, "Fuck! Why did we officially end it?"
I mean, for the record, I do not think Biden or Bernie's going to get the nomination for the Dems. Something's going to happen from now till November. I'm throwing.
Yeah,
all
but
my
Bowers
shot right
also
there.
thinks that there'll be no money ever again. So,
No.
Rachel, what else we got?
So we've got Selena H.
Ignoring his political theory completely. Moving back to the chat.
That's all right. I just wanted to have it on camera so I can fucking play this.
Who do you think is going to get it, Bowers?
Probably Cuomo, I would imagine right now, but I'm hoping for Mark Cuban. I think Mark Cuban's going to come out of nowhere and be president.
We would have laughed if someone said that about Trump. When it happened.
True.
We would have all gone.
Yeah, but in fairness, Nikki, Trump was running for president.
That is the good.
Have you heard Mark Cuban talk lately? Hey, give it till November. Trump,
yeah,
Bernie
I'm
or Biden will both. Go ahead. They might both die by now.
I'm voting Cuban Popovich. I really think that the all basketball ticket is going to do real well. So, Rachel, what else we got?
We have Selena H giving $10. I had my kid read for 20 minutes, but completely forgot about her for an extra 15 or 20 minutes. She goes, I just had the real life equivalent of leaving my daughter on red. # homeschool fails.
I'm just glad you didn't have your daughter read in the car.
Can't get this thought out of my head. Sorry to interrupt, Rachel, but I think the ticket that might be the sleeper surprise I would support for president in this cycle is Blake Griffin, Nikki Glaser. And obviously, I think Blake Griffin is top of the ticket because clearly Nikki's the bottom.
I'm always the bottom.
Well, the people have spoken. So, all right. Let me try this one more time. Rachel, what else do we have?
Men can be on top? That's fucked up.
Oh God, I hate being on top. Get me off of there. I don't want to do any work. It's enough that I'm here. Let's be honest with ourselves.
I'm just saying I'm too fat to be on top, Nikki. That's my point. No one
right. We would never work.
No.
Well, the problem though too with I think obviously it's a little bit more work for the lady to be on top, but it's not like it's work free for the guy because it's a much scarier position for the guy. Maybe it's just good for nobody because at any moment with the right motion, things could pop out and you could get things crunched in a bad way. Also say that this is maybe TMI, but it's end times. One time a girl was on top and I tried to spank her and instead just hit myself in the balls. Really hard.
Something weird and host the show. Rachel, what do we have in the super chat?
We have Stephanie Coffin given $40 and said the social distancing social club is keeping me sane, especially with the news that school will not resume in California this school year. Thank you.
Damn.
Well, thank you for your support and good luck getting back to school at some point.
We have Heather given $20 and said, I love you, Steve. Thank you all for doing this. I'm a doctor working on COVID-19 unit in New York City, and you guys help with the stress relief.
Holy shit.
I mean, that's
Heather,
insane that you're giving us
that.
money. That is crazy. You're truly like an insane hero right now. You guys are on the front lines. I just watched Michael Yo's video. I didn't even know Michael Yo had coronavirus.
He does?
He does have it. He was in the hospital on a ventilator.
Oh my God.
Holy shit. I don't know if he was on a ventilator, but he had pneumonia and coronavirus same time. 8 days in the hospital, just got released. He's home and he's on the mend and he's doing so much better. Thank God.
Holy shit.
There's another comedian that I know of. He and I are in a documentary together, Eugene, and he is in the hospital on and off of a ventilator too. He's finally actually now breathing on his own again. I just saw an update. So best of luck to him, and it's very real. And so thank you so much for keeping us safe and risking your life to help all of us.
Absolutely. And also because of what's going on, and I don't know if you've been paying attention to Texas, but in Texas, cases have doubled in 3 days. And so in response, the Texas governor, Greg Abbott, has announced that they're going to cancel their annual Coffin to Old People's Mouths Festival because they're not doing fucking anything in Texas. Holy shit, Texas, get your act together. All right, anyway, sorry.
Oh, and just really quickly, while we're on it, sorry, Bowers, but just wanted to plug his proper name. It's Eugene Kim, who's sick, and it's at Eugene Sam Kim on IG. So maybe throw him a hope you feel better shout out or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Heather, for doing what you do. Much appreciated.
Are we ready for another comic?
Are we caught up with the super chats?
We've got 3 left.
Let's do those 3 real quick just to brighten the mood a little bit before the comedian.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, can we do that before?
Actually, I do want to tell this
People
one
are
really
dead.
sad
People
story
are
real
dead.
quick.
Now Johnny B.
Johnny, have you ever done like local news somewhere on the road?
Sure.
Same thing. It's the same exact thing. Here's a horrible car accident, and now our comedian.
I did. I did one. I just gotta say this once. I did a corporate, like a cancer benefit, whatever. And you have to follow the lady crying, talking about her child. Yeah. So I'm in the back. It's 2 comics. The other comic he's not with us anymore, but he was a really old hippie. And so he's in the back. He has terrible hearing. And he turns to me. He thinks that only I can hear him. He goes, "Oh, great. We got to follow the dead kid speech." The whole back of the room turns around. Shit. And following the dead kid speech.
Hilarious.
Well, Rachel, do we have any super chats about dead kids or? Just regular ones.
No,
God.
no.
Okay,
Just,
good.
just
We're trying to brighten it back up, weren't we?
Digging my own hole.
Masturbating.
Comics, man.
That should be the name of your next album, Johnny. Johnny Beehner, Digging My Own Hole.
Yes.
we have Revel $5 for Bowers Tapestry Addiction.
Nice.
We have Jeremy Day $2. Ben sounds like you want to get your rocks off.
I'm quarantined with my girlfriend, so obviously I'm not getting laid. I'm open to it.
How much are you having sex during quarantine in a couple situation?
Look, my girlfriend's probably in the other room watching the show right now, so let this sink in. I hope she's hearing this. Very, very little. I don't
And
know what's wrong.
And you would like it to be more, or are you just not in the mood as much?
She's just laughing in the other room. I would like it to be more theoretically, sure. I mean, granted, it would be better if we were both showering on the same days and stuff. Grant you, I don't think either of us feels typically in the mood like during the day. When it's hitting me is like in the middle of the night or first thing in the morning, and you don't want to wake somebody up during a pandemic and be like, is now good?
Yeah.
So maybe planning date night would be better.
I've been having the most sex I've ever had in my life. Like this is the most sex we've ever had in our entire 9-year relationship. Is this
really
3 weeks? It's
no
crazy.
one thrives more during a pandemic than Chris Bowers. He's healthy.
I don't know.
Congratulations.
I've been planning for this the
getting
whole time
laid.
or something. I mean, we're drinking every night. We're fucking stoned. We're hammered. We're just fucking.
So
It's crazy.
fun.
It's just crazy.
I feel like I should weigh in as the married lesbian.
What are you doing?
We're having about the same as usual. We're
Okay.
lying next to each other, playing on our phones. You know.
Yes.
It's not sexual, but it's. I mean,
that is. Yeah.
I'm satisfied. I think we're both satisfied at the end.
And you do this when you're done, and you just tap each other, go good night, and you just kind of hit each other. Yeah.
There's like a
good night. Yeah. That.
Yeah.
Move.
Did you beat that level? Me too. For you.
Intimacy.
I just want to point out that I'm quarantined home alone. Nikki is quarantined with her parents, and both of us are having the same amount of sex as Ben Gleib, who's living with his girlfriend. So, with that, let's go to the next comic. We'll get to some more super chats and Venmos right after.
All right, the next comic, also a great comic. You've seen him on Letterman. He has a dry bar special. Good friend of ours. Good for Johnny Beehner, everybody.
Yay! Thank you so much, everybody. So I was at this cancer fund, and I was This is fun. This is great. This quarantine is the weirdest thing. Is I never know what day of the week is like. Like my life is exactly like the movie Groundhog Day. If instead of waking up when his alarm went off, he slept till noon, jerked off twice, ordered a pizza, and then watched Netflix for 9 hours. But that just wouldn't be as good of a movie, I don't think. But and on social media, everyone's complaining that they need to get out and interact with other people. I mean, like some of you guys have been talking about, I'm trapped here with my wife. I got 2 beautiful kids. We have a 3rd kid too. And so I just out on the road and be alone for 5 minutes. You know, I do have 3 kids, and my wife, she's a saint. She's the greatest. When she was pregnant with our first kid, she was so scared. She was terrified of the delivery, and she handled it like a champ, right? Which I knew she would, because it's true what they say about women, right? Women have an extremely high tolerance for pain, which I think is incredible. I do think it's kind of weird considering they have such a low tolerance for mild inconvenience. My wife, she could push a 9-pound baby through the inside of her body, but God forbid, Hulu Plus has commercials. You know what I mean? We got 3 kids. We had we had to name them. I think that's what you have to do. And we just fought about it. So we took turns. That's what we did. She went first. She named my daughter. She named her Edie after I don't know, her mom or dad or something. And so my daughter's name is Edie Beehner. And so thank you. I don't know if it bothers me that always gets a laugh, but it does. So daughter's name anyway. So then we had a son. And I got to name my son. Now here's the thing about me. I'm a big Michael Jordan fan. I always have been. Watched all his games growing up, had the Air Jordan sneaker. In fact, these are I'm wearing right now the retro Air Jordan 1s, Blue Moon colorway. So nobody cares. All right. So anyway, so my son's name is Basketball Shoe. And he's a good kid. And we had a third, and that was just. I told my wife it was her turn to name the kids, and she was like, "No, we should do it together." And it wasn't fair at all, because anytime she would say a name that I didn't like, I'd be like, "No, I don't like that," and she'd be like, "All right, we'll put that in the maybe pile." And then when I would say a name that she didn't like, she would just repeat the name back to me 3 times as if she's having a stroke. Like Ruth Beehner. Well, we wouldn't say it like that. Betsy, really? Betsy Beehner? Betsy? Okay, we'll just say Beehner after any name. It sounds stupid. I'm gonna choose. I don't even remember what we ended up settling on, but I'm so worried because our kids are, they're home. No kids are in school. I had to put them to bed at like 4:30 so I could do this dumb show without them running around here. I'm worried. Like, are we just gonna have a generation of like 1 year dumber kids? You know what I mean? Or however long. Like, I don't want my kids to grow up to be dumb kids. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna happen, but I don't know. There's dumb people out there. That's my point. Someone's making them, and I don't think they're making them on purpose. You know what I mean? Your kid just reaches an age. You look at them one day, and you're just like, "Oh shit, we got a dumb one, babe. We got a dumb one." I was in LA, and this was a while ago. Obviously, I took an Uber to the airport, and my Uber driver. We're getting close to the airport. He's driving. He's looking up at the signs. He turns back to me. He goes, "Hey, so are you arriving or departing?" Yeah, you know what I mean? That's my point. I don't even know how to respond. I was like, "I'm sorry, what's your question? Am I arriving? Oh yeah, I'm all right. Let's just drop me off at baggage claim. I got to pick up my bags. I'll be right out. Thanks for picking me up." Took one of those flights where they, drop you off at your house and then you take an Uber to go get your bags at the airport. Hi guys, I'm Johnny Beehner. Stay safe. Thank you very much. I forgot to use this. I had this and I didn't even use it. All right.
I actually did. I did have someone come and a friend of mine came and picked me up at the airport once and went to Departures, and I was like, "Why would you go to Departures?" And they're like, "Because we're departing the airport." I'm like, "Oh, God. Tip jar open for Johnny Beehner right now. If you enjoyed Johnny's set, please throw in a couple of bucks. You can Venmo us. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. Also, you can go to Laugh From Home and PayPal us if you'd like. And of course, throw in a super chat. We will read it if I prevent the host from distracting me. So we will read your super chats.
Just
support
quickly
Johnny,
about
support
my
the show.
balls. Here's the thing about my balls. Open my balls.
When you
We're
were reading them all off
after
Kristen's set, and you were reading them all off, I was like, "Oh no!" After my set, are you going to be like, "Do we got anything?" Nope, still nothing. Still waiting.
We actually might do that now, just because that sounds fun. So no, by the way, you already got one coming in from Ellen Shaw, $10 on Venmo. Says, "Johnny, please watch your head in that far corner." The hazards of being tall and doing stand-up at home. And Rachel, anything coming in? We got a couple general ones I can read while we're waiting, while people are tipping Johnny.
Well, so I think everybody should know. Aaron Beehner commented and said, "Please tell Johnny Beehner to get his ass back upstairs. The kids are driving me crazy."
Nice.
I gotta say, as
running around. Nikki, go ahead.
I gotta say, as just a stand-up watching the fucking amazing sets from both of you. I know this isn't like a judges panel or something, but I'm just like, that was so funny. Both of you are hilarious, and it proved to me that like stand-up can be done. Like, I just really enjoyed watching that, and I'm someone who doesn't enjoy watching stand-up anymore, because it's like you do it all the time. but that was like really satisfying. And you both had like such good jokes. You had topical jokes too that like, I'm very impressed. And like, they deserve a lot of tips right now. So I'm getting a call.
Oh, thank you, Nikki.
That was awesome.
Who do you eliminate?
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But if we,
Whoever gets more tips get to stay.
Kristen and I both did Last Comic Standing together. That's where I met Kristen. And so that felt very Last Comic. You're so right. That's so funny. If I have to save someone tonight.
Starting doing a thing. We're
Nikki,
actually
I
starting
adore
doing a thing
you.
on the show where we're taking whichever comedian made the most tips of anyone in the week, and we're going to bring them back on the show because obviously they're a fan favorite.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to vote
So
with
it
your
is a
money,
competition.
yeah, kind of.
Nice.
I mean, kind of. It's also a competition to pay rent.
Yeah, it's
so
great.
we're trying
That's
to.
so great. I just like, I don't know. I just have been asked to do like a lot of stand-up sets. When Ben asked me to do the show, I thought he was asking me to do stand-up, but I go, hell no, I'm not doing that. So it's like, it's very vulnerable for stand-ups to perform like in their basements and like, I don't know. I was just, but you just proved to me that it can be done. And I really I loved both of your sets. That was so fun. It made me believe in stand-up again. And I thought it was dead.
Love that.
We Venmo
Our whole
ourselves.
premise by welcoming some of our audience to join us in the video chat. You actually have laughter, and it's so much laughter. We're all so deprived of it. So stand-up really works in this format.
It really does. You figured it out. Good job.
By the way,
Thank you
this
very
is
much.
super generous. We just got 2 Venmos from Nikki Glaser for $100,000 a piece. I mean, that is.
Thanks, Nikki. Appreciate it.
We do.
Just
Dude,
100,000?
that is wonderful to hear because it is absolutely what we're going for on the show. And we do have a bunch of stuff coming in for Johnny right now, by the way. Daniel Graves throws in $15 for Johnny. Hope you remember your kids, your third kid's name soon. Tyler Stevens throws in $3 for Johnny. Melissa Pinch throws in $25 on Venmo and says, Johnny Beehner, good stuff. I'm trying to catch up with all of these. Z Bunster, the Bunst, throws in $10, says for Johnny and to buy brains for the kids. And then Taylor Reschka throws in for Johnny $5, one of my faves. So people are supporting. Rachel, what do we got coming in?
We have Selena H gave $5 and a bunch of hand clap emojis. We have Revel $5 and said for basketball shoes and the third one.
Wait, are those hand clap emojis or are those hand washing emojis? It may have changed.
Nikki.
But I'll say honestly, Nikki, my favorite part of this show is because all comics, you're right, are nervous about this because it's a new format and it's a new normal. And then I love watching the face of every comic that's done this so far, where like the first joke lands and they hear actual laughter from our crowd in the Zoom, and then you see their face go, "Oh shit, this is real!" And then they perform like it's. I mean, like it literally. I just love watching that. It's my favorite.
Yeah,
part.
it's good. Like Kristen, Johnny, did you guys like feel like that was a pretty as close to a normal set that you can get in the circumstances?
Yeah, I mean, it's very helpful to have the laughs, and like Bowers was saying, I don't get nervous before shows very often, but I was very nervous for this because I haven't.
Yeah, I would be too.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be very weird for me to do because hearing laughs would throw me off.
And thank you for not making that joke about me, Steve. I really appreciate that.
I'm going to go self-deprecating in this one. I already hit your tablecloth a couple of times. I didn't want to hit you again.
And I know this is not a competition show where you eliminate people, but I do know that Nikki has to go in a second. So if you want Nikki, you could dance for us, and then we would automatically eliminate you first.
Wow.
You know
That's
what?
a direct quote from the game.
I watched every episode that you were on. It didn't, I mean. I supported the shit out of you.
I know you did.
Sing with the Stars legend, Nikki Glaser, to be that good and look that good and be kicked off so fast, it's hard to understand.
Oh, Ben, that's, as someone who never even made it into the real race, that's really.
Ben actually got eliminated.
Before...
Ben got eliminated from the he got eliminated from the audience of Dancing with the Stars.
No,
honestly though, I think my campaign didn't resonate as much because Nikki tweeted for me, so we lost credibility.
Oh, I only did it because you begged me. Guys, I gotta
By the way, Nikki, we so much appreciate having you on. And Ben, thank you for booking Nikki Glaser and also ensuring that she'll never want to come back. So thanks so much
this
for
was
doing
so
that.
fun. You guys are awesome. Thank you for what you're doing. And you guys killed Kristen and Johnny. So fucking funny. Guys, give them so much tips. That was as a stand-up comedian, that's like, this is the hardest thing. I'm not doing it. I still won't do it. But like, you guys just killed it. So have a good night.
Nikki,
good night, guys.
when can people watch you up on Sirius or listen to Sirius?
It's every day. Right now, Sirius XM you can get for free. They're doing a free trial where it's like until May 15th, it's going to be totally free. Howard Stern, all the premium channels. So I do mine every morning on Comedy Central Radio, Monday through Thursday, from 10 to 12 Eastern in the morning. And then I also have a podcast that I do every single day that's called You Up, and you can listen to that. It's just, I do a daily one now that I'm in quarantine with my parents. It ends up being like a diary kind of entry every day. So it's kind of fun. So
love it.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
and her
guys.
specials on Netflix. Thank you, Nikki, for being here.
Degenerates, banging, check it out. I go have dinner with my parents. Love you. Hey.
Bye-bye. Love you, Nick.
Thank you, Nikki.
Banging on Netflix, her own special and The Degenerate. She's in that as well. Highly recommend if you want some just inappropriate, hilarious comedy. Please check them out and follow at Nikki Glaser on all social media.
Excellent. And with that, let's catch up on a couple of the chats, and then we're going to do our contest. So Rachel, what else you got coming in? If you have anything coming in, let's do specific, if anything, for Kristen or Johnny, and then I got a whole bunch of generals coming in.
Okay, perfect. With Nikki leaving, quick comment. Ron Gould said Nikki has to go because her parents need to use the phone. That's right. We have so Razor gave Johnny $7 and said, "Here's $6.99 for a month of Disney Plus to shut the kids up."
Nice.
Oh, that's thoughtful.
And then I've got some general ones coming in.
I got one more specific one. $2 for Johnny from Jennifer Kofed. Much appreciated, Jennifer. We know you're a big supporter of the show. And then let's do some generals, and then we'll do the contest.
Okay, perfect. Ron Gould gave $5 and said, "Wage reduction starts soon. I can only afford $5 and a hearty thank you."
Well, thank you very much. And whether people can afford the show or not, one thing that we always say on the show is we totally understand everybody is in their own situation. You do not need to give. Just giving of your time to watch the show is really appreciated. And giving of your social media thumbs up and your shares and all that stuff, that helps the show a great deal. We went from our first episode of this, had about 3,000 viewers, and now we're getting about 20,000 per episode. It keeps growing. So please keep sharing. Keep commenting, keep liking, do all that stuff, whether or not you could donate. Look, Johnny's got to feed his kids. But aside from that, whether or not you donate, no, we really do appreciate your support. So Rachel, what else we got?
Got Megan Smith giving $5 and said, "I'm a teacher in Oklahoma and I have 2 school-age children that need to go back to school."
Nice.
She knows.
And the teacher doesn't want to teach.
We have Jason Clark, $10 and said, "Awesome set, everyone. So glad you guys are doing this. Keep the laughter alive."
Nice.
Cool.
And then last super chat is Nixon Addict, $2 and said, "Fuck, marry, kill for Steve. Wilma, Shira, or Kim Possible?"
Yes. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Am I doing it wrong? So Wilma, Shira, and Kim Possible. I don't think I know enough about Kim Possible, but I would say, that's a really tough one. I think I would fuck Shira because she's got superpowers, and I feel like there'd be things she could do that she's never had done.
She's gonna stab you in the stomach with a sword, Steve, as she comes. It's not gonna be.
Doesn't she have like a tiger or something?
Yeah, but She-Ra stabs a sword into shit when she's excited. That would not be.
Yeah, but what a way to go.
He died doing what he loved, fucking a cartoon character.
Yeah. I guess I would kill Kim Possible just because I don't know enough about. I never watched Kim Possible. I'm 40. But and then I guess I would marry Wilma so someone could finally treat her right. Because I think it's about time.
Oh, look at that.
Well, Fred's a bit of a caveman when it comes to that stuff. So, all right, I've got a couple of generals coming in. So, oh my God, this is great. Ben's girlfriend's sister just Venmoed and said, "Here's $25. Never hear you talking about having sex or not having sex with my sister again."
Wow.
It was $25. Ben, if you could get a little more personal, we'll raise a couple hundred. So
Here in the other room, my girlfriend laughing so hard during Johnny's set, almost as loud as she did when I said I wanted to have sex with her. So conversation's probably stopping.
So you wanting to have sex with her was like headliner funny. It was like headliner level funny.
That level funny, yes. I'm sorry to say. Also, my girlfriend did warn me before the show started. She saw the comics that are on, and she's like, Johnny Beehner. She literally said to me, maybe make sure you're not the one that says Johnny Beehner's name in case somebody edits it out of context.
You're really looking out for you.
Absolutely. Lawrence Baca threw in $5 and says for the smiles with an emoji, much appreciated. We've got $15 from Devin Cummins and said let's fucking go Mets, Steve. And when there is a season and support comedy too, much appreciated. Mets are undefeated this year. And then, Megan Smith. I don't know if I read this one yet. Megan Smith for Kristen threw in $10. Says, thanks for the hysterical song. Appreciate all you're doing to keep the world positive with laughter. I've got a couple of entries for the game. And then I have a really fucking big one. Our biggest single donation yet. I believe so. So Kim Woo, who has been supporting the show throughout, threw in, well, first I'll say what she commented and then I'll say how much. Said 3 things. 1, it's payday. 2, because Nikki pronounced Missouri absolutely correctly. That is how it's spelled. By the way, Kim is from Missouri. And then 3, my neighbors actually had a mini concert for our building this weekend. They do not get the stay-at-home order, and I appreciate this format even more in comparison. Love you guys. And Kim threw in $200.
What?
Wow.
Very much for doing that, Kim. We love you. You're the best. Thanks for the support.
That means the world to us. Thank you so very, very much. I mean, we're trying to make sure that we all have some way to make some income and support comedians and support everybody that's trying to bring entertainment to people. And that just touches our heart. Thank you so very much for that.
And also I can say I've done the math, and the donations we've raised on this show actually puts us past the threshold for an extra scholarship. So the Martin Grant, which is giving out $1,000 scholarships to comedians who are out of work, we just went from 12 to 13. So thank you guys so much for doing that. And that is awesome. And Kim, thank you for putting us over the edge there. Rachel, what else we got? And then we'll do the contest. And by the way, if you haven't entered the contest yet, remember, you can enter the contest for free. Just shoot us a chat, whether you're in the front row on video. We're going to take some from you guys. Also, if you're in the Twitch or the Facebook or the YouTube, you can enter for free. Just tell us what was your shortest date and why. But also, if you throw in $5, you can win future front row tickets to this show, as well as albums from all of our comedians. So please do that. Make sure to enter, because we are getting to the contest very shortly. So Rachel, what do we got?
Just one super chat, then we're ready for the contest. So
Excellent.
I've got Mitchell McGinnon given 5 Aussie and said, hey, Steve, I love the Brisbane show. Any Aussie clips coming soon, or did I miss them?
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. The good news for those of you that watch my stuff is that we were actually a few months ahead of time, ahead of schedule in clips. So even if this thing goes all the way to August, I have clips coming at least 5 a week throughout, including the Australia shows. We have not posted a single one of them. We are going through the Texas tour first. Those are starting to debut this week. And then I think we're about 2-3 weeks away from the Australia stuff. Definitely have some stuff from Brisbane. You guys were awesome. Sold out shows 2 years in a row. Love you. I'd like to come back there if there is a there and time. So I hope to see you. I hope to see you guys there. It was so much fun. One of the highlights of the tour. And so now it's time for the
Hey,
contest.
Steve, can I want to tell Johnny one quick thing before we do the contest?
Yeah,
so
sure.
Johnny, I loved your joke about naming your kids. It reminded me, in my family, my dad convinced my mom early on that she would name the boy, that he would name the girl. So I was first, so she named me Christopher Scott after St. Christopher. I don't even know where Scott came from, but turns out my dad probably my dad wanted to name the girls. This kind of speaks to who I am as a person. He named my sister Kathleen Lynn. Kathleen was his girlfriend from high school, and Lynn was his girlfriend from college.
Did your mom know that?
Yeah, she knew that going in. That's how much of a dick
gosh.
my dad is. It was like a checkmate, like gotcha. Like it was terrible. Then they got divorced after that. But still, I'm just saying it was.
Bowers, I'm surprised nobody has brought you the chicken fingers to the comedy club green room yet that you're sitting in.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, which one of our servers is working the room? I mean, we gotta.
By the way, the servers are all in the chat right now. That's the people on the Zoom chat are the servers.
Yeah.
from Morty's. And I keep trying to order chicken fingers from Chrissy, but I won't let her leave the room during the broadcast. That's not made, so that's why I don't have my chicken fingers yet. But
Excellent. All right, we got some entries for the contest. By the way, I just want to kick it off and say the shortest date that I know of, I wasn't on this one, but a friend of mine told me a story where and she's a very attractive woman, but she showed up. It was a Bumble date, and she showed up, and the guy walks up to the restaurant, and she's standing outside and sees her and just goes, "Oh no, thank you," and leaves. And just fucking leaves. Yeah. And I don't know why, but boy, do we tease her about it a lot. So if you guys want to enter this, by the way, short stories, please, especially those of you on video chat. We can't go too long on this. So if you have something, throw it in. Rachel, meanwhile, what do we got coming in the chats? Not the entries yet, just the just the free participants.
So we had one last minute tip for Johnny Beehner come in. Amber Schmeichel gave $50 and said, "Johnny, why did you stop picking up my kids from school?"
Oh, holy shit,
Amber.
I love when it's people who know the comics personally. That makes it so much better. And I forgot to, I don't know if I read Mike Kennedy's $10 on PayPal. I just want to make sure that I did that too. Okay. What else we got?
Thanks, Mike.
So we've got Carrie put an entry in. She said, the shortest date I've had was less than an hour at a restaurant. We asked questions about each other, and he asked if I wanted kids. I said no. He called me a waste of a baby maker and left.
Holy shit. And that took almost an hour? I was like, my good dates last less than an hour. All right, what else we got?
We have Emily Koenig. Her date lasted 10 minutes. She said the man took off his fake arm and put it on the table, and then he tried to get a free meal out of it.
Oh, wow. Should have threw in $5. That would have been a winner.
I assumed if he was trying to get a free meal out of it, it'd probably have to be like one of those thin Italian sub sandwiches kind of stuffed in there.
Oh God. I don't know whether to boo or applaud, and I've never been more confused.
Great, because if you're about to boo, I've got an even worse joke for you. My shortest date ever was literally 3 minutes long, and then there was a series of 9 more exactly 3-minute dates. I don't know what I was saying wrong. Turns out I was just speed dating. I don't know what happened.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I was so confused, and I'd rather have been confused than find out what you meant. All right, what else we got?
We've got a live audience submission. If we want to go to that, I think it's Toteresque.
Yeah, to the rescue.
To the
rescue.
Oh,
what do we got?
Yeah,
I know it seems like a longer one, so we gotta make it brief.
Yep.
What do we got?
Yeah, I'll try to be pretty brief. So it was with another guy's wife, basically. Had tickets to Lisa Lampanelli's concert or show, and my date, who was actually going to come, got sick, so couldn't come. And so I was trying to find someone to just, if they didn't have tickets yet, to sit with me. A woman who was having a birthday said, "Hey, if you don't find anyone, do you mind if I sit with you?" I didn't find anyone else, so she sat in the second row with me. Her husband was like 30 rows back, and somehow she remembered me months later, and I had no idea who she was when she said thanks again.
So you had a concert date with someone else's wife who was also at the concert.
Yep.
That makes, judging by how people have been talking about who they're living with during quarantine, that story makes sense to me. So
To it. Yeah, I'm really into this. Yeah.
yeah. Kristen's
slower.
taking notes.
Oh yeah.
Kristen's taking notes, being like 30 rows, you say? Could you make it further? I really want to get off on this one.
What was she wearing?
So all right, let's do some contest entries. I know I've got some come in on the Venmo. And Rachel, you have some super chats you want to start off with? Oh, and by the way, sure. I saw, by the way, I don't know if you saw that Jen Winklepack is trying to participate, and Jane Stewart gave $5 on her behalf. So Jen can participate.
Yep. So I'll start off with that one. So Jen Winklepack said she sadly dated a 20-year-old who ran the front counter of a glow-in-the-dark mini golf course. And it was in the middle of a 21 dates of challenge.
So she got like challenged to date people 21 days straight. And so then she ran out of people and was like, fuck it, I'll go to the mini golf place, I guess.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. How quick did that date go and how many holes? Okay, sorry, moving on.
Welcome to Chili's. Welcome to Chili's. We have a 3-hole minimum.
Yeah. That's a solid one. What else we got?
We have this one's similar to yours. So Kitsby Daft said, for the game, I was waiting for a girl in a restaurant. She walked in, pointed at my shirt and said, hell no, and turned around and walked out all in about 20 seconds.
Holy shit. Do we know what the shirt was?
Does it
match Bauer's jacket?
We'll find out.
Like I went home and said, that was when it all started.
The shirt that started it all.
I have a decent one here that came in through on Venmo. Tyler Stevens throws in, she walked out 20 minutes into Green Lantern to flirt with a concession worker. I finished the movie by myself and had her sister come pick her up. I don't know which is worse, that she walked out 20 minutes of the date or that you watched all of Green Lantern. Rachel, what else we got?
We've got Deanie McQueen. She said it was about 45 minutes. The guy went by the cafe the wrong way on a one-way street. He hadn't slept in over 24 hours. He made us leave to walk around water in mayfly season, and we barely spoke.
That's hot.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm into that too. Yeah. What kind of flies were they? Look at that.
As fuck, Kristen. They were fly as fuck.
Yeah. Water.
All right, what else we got?
So Daft came back and said that his shirt, it was just a plain plaid button down.
Just a plain plaid button down. It was, maybe she had a bad experience with the brawny guy and it was flashback.
He probably thought he was the waiter. Like, he's on break. Fuck this.
If it was an Italian restaurant, because then she could have just been confused at where the tablecloth ended and the shirt began. What else we got?
So we've got Amin Salah said it was a short date, went to the bathroom and came back to find him waiting, just to find him making a drug deal. Immediate lockdown.
Whoa.
Wow.
At least he got a job.
Yeah. It's the same as comedians inviting women to their shows. It's the idea of like, hey, watch me do what I do best. It's that same type of thing.
It's a working dinner.
Exactly. He turns to her and goes, this is so I can write it off. No, I just needed to. What else we got?
We've got Kim Woo has an entry. She left after half a drink because the guy was upset that she wouldn't give him a lap dance in a Spanish tapas restaurant on a first date.
Holy shit.
It's called tapas, not tap ass.
It's not topless. It's tapas.
Topless.
You're like, oh my God, did you guys accidentally go to a Spanish topless restaurant instead?
Topless
In very
restaurant.
small portions.
The place is called tapas. I figured why not.
Yeah. What else we got?
It looks like I have two more.
Okay.
So Razor, he met someone from online who ended up being a dude, and when we met, he demanded I call him your Gleibness.
Oh, damn. Oh, nice bait and switch. Here's part of it. That was Bowers. That's the weirdest part of that.
That was good. That was good. I mean, seriously, it was a really good date.
What else?
And last one, Kristen Newen, Crystal Newen. She said, my ex told me his imaginary friend was jealous and tried to kill me.
Wow, okay.
Okay,
crazy
yeah,
person.
some of these, look, we're not going to ever do one about dating again. Just a heads up. Because some
Or we
adults-
can just give disclaimers. Maybe don't tell traumatic stories. Try to keep them funny for the submission.
Yeah.
Right, well, that's kind of the point. Yes, that's kind of the point. I wanted to
on
tell
Dateline. Yeah.
Tony Dearorf, who's in our audience right now, is one of my best friends, and he just messaged me this story, and I think it works with this. I'm not sure this is a date story, but Tony one night got real blackout drunk, and he woke up in a house that wasn't his. Like, he was just on the couch in the living room, and sitting across from him was this cute little blonde girl reading a magazine. She goes, "Oh, you're up, huh?" He goes, "Yeah." She goes, "Where'd I pick you up at last night?" He goes, "Oh shit, I was drunk. I don't remember." She goes, "Fuck, I was blacked out too. I don't know how we met. I woke up and you were here. You slept on the couch. You're obviously a gentleman. I don't meet a lot of gentlemen. I was gonna go back to bed. Do you want to go?" Tony's like, "Yeah, I want to go." So they go back. They have sex. They get done. He's like, "Hey, by the way, my name's Tony." She's like, "Oh, I'm Jill." Like, "You sure you don't want to met me?" She's like, "No." He goes, "Where am I right now?" She tells him the address. He starts laughing. She goes, "What's so funny?" He goes, "Until about a month ago, I lived across the street." Tony's drunk ass got hammered, got fucking wasted, stumbled home to where he used to live, got confused, went to the wrong house, the door was unlocked, walked in, passed out on the couch, and got fucking laid.
For the record, it was a 45-minute date.
And for the record, it was a 45-minute story.
That was worth it for the payoff.
That was worth
right.
it. That was worth it.
So, okay, so here's how it works. Comedians, you are going to be voting on these as well. So hopefully you paid attention to them. I should have told you that beforehand. But who do you think won? Let's vote on it, and then we're going to wrap up. What do we got?
I gotta go. My vote is just the one that walked up, saw whatever, and said no, thank you, and left.
Yeah, I'm going to
Just
second
based
that
on-
one. The quickest.
Yeah, just based on what the game is, that you can't get a shorter date than that.
Oh, I like the drug deal. I really like the drug deal. But
which is your vote then?
well, I'm gonna have to. I have to go with Johnny Beehner on this one, though. I mean, my heart will always go with the drug deal. I'll vote with the no, thank you.
All right, 2 votes for the no thank you. Bowers, what do you got?
I'm going drug deal. For sure.
Drug deal, absolutely.
That's hilarious.
Ben, what about you?
My vote is the man who takes his arm off and tried to get a meal out.
Solid vote.
I forgot about that one. I might want to vote for that one.
I don't want to make things difficult, but my vote is also drug deal. So right now there's a tie. So we're gonna throw this to Queen Rachel, and Queen Rachel, you're gonna break this tie. Sorry to put you on the spot here, but and by the way, actually, you know what?
Should do drug deal.
I shouldn't do that to you. I shouldn't do that to you. In the comments right now, everybody in the comments vote. Is it drug deal or is it no thank you? Which one wins?
Drug deal.
We'll go with. I think Kristen is trying to
You can
influence
just
the
change
election.
your vote. It doesn't have to be a secret.
This is America. I know you don't know how elections work, but you cannot change your vote.
Yeah. So everybody in the comments vote. Is it which is worse? Is it drug dealer? Is it no thank you? And we'll decide. We'll let majority rule on this one. So with that, let's catch up on a couple last minute chats coming in. Jennifer Kofed threw in another $20, said, I don't have a lot, but I'd love to give to the Martin Grant. Thanks for being an awesome human. Jennifer, back at you. Thanks for being an awesome human. All of you folks who have been supporting the show, supporting the comics. This is the one place in the world that, as far as I know right now, the comedians can work as stand-ups right now. And you guys make it happen. So Rachel, do we have any chats coming in before we take that final vote?
We don't.
All right. So do we have we caught up with the stream, or we got the votes coming in? What's going on?
We do have a vote that just came in on our video audience, our live video audience, from Hayden Lemaster, who, if you want to cut to Hayden real quickly, Hayden, do you want to share what you just voted?
Yeah, I said drug deal because what kind of girl would turn down a guy in a plaid button-down shirt?
Good choice, Hayden. Good for you.
Very solid. Rachel, what is it? What is
yeah,
what is
so by
rule?
a smidge, it's drug deal.
Drug deal. There it is. Wins.
There you go, drug
By the
deal.
way, they're both wonderful stories, and we appreciate everybody who participated. I look forward to the game every single episode because y'all have some fucked up stories, and it makes me feel better sometimes. So, with that said, let's do some plugs. Kristen Key.
Hi. I got an album. It's called Keeper of Feelings. It comes out April the 7th, and you can pre-order it right now anywhere that you can download music. So check out my new album, Keeper of Feelings, right now.
Excellent. Johnny Beehner.
Yes, doing a show in my garage next week, my son's living room on Thursday. I have an album called Battle Wounds on wherever you get your comedy. That's very funny. So check that out, Battle Wounds.
Excellent. Check out their albums. If you enjoyed them, that's a great way to support comedians. Check out their stuff right now. Chris Bowers, also your album just came out for pre-order, right?
Yeah, last Friday at April 7th as well, Kristen. So great minds release alike, I guess. Yeah, Unpopular Opinions, at Bowers Comedy. And also want to plug a good friend of mine. There's 4 comics. They're doing these great little YouTube videos called the Social Distancing Show. Just search Ryan McManus, McMannis on YouTube and check those out. There's 5 episodes. They're very funny.
Excellent. Ben Gleib.
Thank you all for joining us today. I just wanted to quickly plug, if any of you want another hour of free entertainment, my Showtime hour stand-up special, Neurotic Gangster, is right here. If you're watching on YouTube for free, please check that out. It's in 5 parts, or it's on Amazon Prime uninterrupted. And you can watch Idiot Test, my game show on Netflix. Season 1 is there, or DVR it. Did I just lose everybody? Sorry, my battery went low. Or DVR it on GSN Game Show Network. And follow me here on YouTube.com/BGleib. Thank you to all of you for being here with us today. Isolation Nation, you never let us down. It's been so much fun. And we're going to be doing it again tomorrow with Fortune Feimster, who will be our celebrity guest. Yet another Netflix comedian, another hilarious human being. So very, very cool.
And some quick announcements. We've got some wonderful future guests coming up. We're actually settling on a day right now with one of the actors in the Harry Potter franchise. I will not say who just yet. But I'm very excited. It's a Weasley. I'm very excited about it.
And this Friday, we have Rafina Bastos, one of the perhaps I think he's the most famous comedian in all of Brazil. He's got 11 million followers on Twitter. He's very funny in English too. He will be here as well on Friday.
Yeah. Also, next week, next Tuesday, former Met Jerry Blevins is going to be with us. That's special to me because you guys know I love the Mets. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to announce that I will be replacing Nikki Glaser in Live Aid. That is not true at all. Laugh Aid, I didn't even know the name of it. Clearly, I'm not doing it. But I would like to take this moment to plug a show that is a friend of our show, a friend of ours, Josh Wolf. His Facebook Watch show just debuted today. He spent a ton of time shooting it and then had to host it from his couch, like we're doing now, because of what's going on. It's hilarious. It's the wide world of weird. It's all this stuff. If you know Josh, you know that he's hilarious and he loves weird shit, as he always says. So go watch the show. It's very, very funny and it's very, very free. You can just watch it on Facebook. So please do that. As always, you folks have been so wonderful. Thank you for the support. And the new thing we're doing today is we're playing our theme music and our video on out. So we're just gonna wave to you while that's happening, and no one say anything weird. Okay, chat's off. Excellent. Thanks so much, guys. We love you.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
Steve,
That was a
bye,
blast.
Bowers. Bye, guys.